Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. The slot man in motion right. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 5. 67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian McCaffrey. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go now.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Willis. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing they just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Willis's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He'll get this to about the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Willis looks to pass it here. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. The kick by McManus is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, Howell. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fourth down, Howell. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpin. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way home for a Broncos score. David Njoku, 47 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, it was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Willis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken in at the 3. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Broncos have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Malik Willis, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now carry number 20 in the game. Here's Williams. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Williams. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Out of the air on 1st and 10. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And now here is another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run it again with Williams. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. 2nd down. Howell now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Faking the handoff, Howell. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second down throw for Howell. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 41-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and 15. Willis with another keeper. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mayfield on play action. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Here we go.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go now.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they take a knee. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. On second down, McCaffrey.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now throwing on first down here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment. Told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time.